Hey everyone. So to those of you who are curious about following along on my speaking journey, this is just an update. I have not stopped. I have not posted videos about this in a while. I said I was going to try to do this every day, but that was not realistic because these journeys take time, and it's something that is still happening. It is something that I am still actively working towards, but there are steps to take that you can't necessarily put a time limit on. One of those things is healing. Healing enough to be authentic in yourself in every moment. That is, or, not even just being authentic in yourself in every moment, but being able to be open and vulnerable with those around you. So if you want to be a speaker, you are going to have to share parts of yourself. You're going to have to become intimate with your audience. The greatest speakers make lasting impacts, and that is something that I am trying to do. I would love to be able to impact someone with my words, and that's why I make the videos that I do. It is what I've always been felt called to do. So if you are also feeling that way, you have to get comfortable with the idea of being super open and vulnerable. Now, it is the most difficult to be open and vulnerable with the people closest to us, is what I've found. That is my truth. And if you resonate with my videos, it could be yours. I found that it definitely, especially with like family members, and I'm talking blood family members, not chosen family members, but even with chosen family members, sometimes it is hardest to be in relationships and be vulnerable and open. Everyone is afraid of getting hurt. Everyone is afraid that they may give what they're not going to get back. And you can't be afraid of that. You have to know that even if you are vulnerable and open and someone rejects you, that there are other people out there that needed that message. You have to be confident in yourself and know that you're not going to get that 100%, but that you will get maybe that 50% or that 40%, and that is still a win. Even a 20, 10%, 1% win. If you can have 1% of that audience's attention, and that is still making an impact. Are you going to be comfortable with the idea of speaking to an entire crowd and every single one of them not being happy, but maybe it's recorded and you upload it and that's where you find your community? Are you open and willing to give a few speeches that do not land and continue forward? If you truly do want to be a speaker, are you comfortable with the idea that it will take a while for you to gain an audience? If you do the first 10 and you're not making the impact that you thought you would, are you going to give up? These are things that I have been confronting over these past few years, honestly, and I wasn't even aware that I was on a journey to become a speaker until this year. I have realized lately that I have been on this journey for so long now, but there are still things that I have to learn. And I'm going to go ahead and share some other tips just because there are some things that you can start doing, especially if you are feeling confident in yourself, you are feeling ready to move on. I am getting there. I am almost ready to move on. Like, it is time. Well, actually, I guess, you know what? No, I am there. I am ready to move on. I have decided that it is time for me to move on from this. I have healed enough to where I am ready to take the next steps. And for me, that looks like continuing to upload my videos. But how I am doing that now is a lot more intentional than it was. So a lot of my videos have been scripted, and it's not that, I scripted them to be like dramatic. It's just they're my writings. I will journal, or I will get, a channeled message, or I will get like a little like prompt in my head. Something will pop up and it'll be like, write about connotations, write about this. Like, it'll just give me something to write about, and I will, obviously this one's not scripted. It's a little bit of a jumbled mess, but it keeps your videos, organized, concise, and it will help you to, the way that I'm going to show you will help you get ready to read teleprompters, and it will, you can kind of play with the speed of the teleprompter. You copy paste whatever notes you have like in your phone on your Google Docs, whatever it is, you copy paste it into this app, which is CapCut, which this is not sponsored. And I know that there are other teleprompter apps out there. So if you would like to just search free teleprompter app, things like that, I'm sure you'll find one. CapCut has been an app that has worked for me. It works very closely with TikTok, so it's just kind of an easy combination to use. When I do scripted videos, which I use as a way to practice giving speeches, honestly, it really, I feel like, is going to help you get used to not only having a teleprompter in front of you and being able to read the words, but also will give you a chance to see yourself and to replay yourself. And you don't necessarily have to memorize that speech right away. I am someone who has a really hard time memorizing things. And even when I do memorize them, they always come out in a different order, or I forget something, it's natural. But this is a really easy way for me to practice, get content out of it, get experience posting my content, get experience with, when the video doesn't land like I want it to, when the talk doesn't land like I want it to, when people aren't actually listening. I know, and I can experience that, real time, online, from home, from my car, from wherever you are, So if you feel as if you have, already gotten that confidence boost, this is where I would start. This is what I would start doing next, is start writing mini speeches. They don't even have to be mini if you don't want them to. Write a long speech, but just write something and then put it in a teleprompter app, read it, record yourself doing it, watch it, post it if you can. Challenge yourself to post it, because being open and vulnerable is one of the best ways to start, especially if you're still healing. Like, start right there, because that will help facilitate some healing as well, because you're going to be showing yourself that you are able to be open and vulnerable with people. If you have any other questions about my speaking journey or kind of where I am, let me know in the comments and I will work to answer them. So here I am just opening the CapCut app. This is where I go to do all of my videos. When I want to do them scripted, you can see I already had a video in here. I just hit clear all. You go to your app, whatever you have all of your notes, your writings on. You just copy and paste those directly from your app. I have a nice folder that has videos to be made just for easy access for myself. I paste all of that in. You can change all of the speed, the color of the text, everything on the app here. It defaults to multi-clips and for 15 seconds, but I like doing just a one shot because I can just edit it here in the app. It's really convenient. I love you all, and thank you so much for being so patient with my updates on my speaking journey. And, I know a few of you are interested, but yeah. And if this video does horrible and I don't get any views on it, that's fine, because at least I had this experience. Even though it's not with a teleprompter, this is just an impromptu speech. You can do those too if you just want to turn your camera on and just start talking. It is honestly really helpful, very embarrassing, and also a little uncomfortable, but you get used to it, and then you'll be used to being able to film yourself, and then boom. All of these are just steps that you can start taking to get to where you want to be. There's always a small step that you can take to get where you want to be. If there's any takeaway from this video, let it be that.